Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and Rex. And Rex and I, we've been talking about this Ukraine thing. You notice I haven't really said anything about Ukraine itself. And I'll tell you, I'm a big believer in the Constitution and morals. Okay, the first thing, I didn't really know anything about Ukraine. And really, it's one of these things I can't do anything about. That's why we got the Constitution. We've got leadership. We have people that represent us. And these people make these decisions. Now, I've noticed that the people that make these decisions have been bad. Bad making the decisions and bad people. I expect bad people to make bad decisions. That's what bad people do. Okay. The first thing I thought, okay, what do I know about Ukraine? Okay. I know it's Ukraine itself is probably, I'm just guessing on this, is probably like America. The people are good people. This is what I'm guessing. And the reason I'm saying that, I've been to a lot of countries, and I've never been to a country where the people were bad. And I've never been to a country where the government was good. Okay, now this is what I've been seeing. Okay, now who's been to Ukraine? And who does business with Ukraine? And what is Ukraine known for? These are things that I had to think about. Like I say, I'm not big on something happens and I just react. I try to think. I try to use personal responsibility. And so, okay, now we know Biden and his son, they've done a lot of business in Ukraine. We know that. He brags about that. So we know about that. Okay, and then who else does business over there? Good people that have businesses there. I can't think of any right offhand. I'm sure there is, but I just can't think of any. Now this is what I've heard. I've heard that a lot of bad things happen in Ukraine. Now, this is just hearsay, so I don't put a lot of facts into it, but then I do compare it to all the good things that I hear that happen in Ukraine. And, well, can't think of anything on that, but I guess there is. I guess the United States can start laboratories over there doing things. Let's see what, just across the line from Russia? I wonder if that would be kind of like if Russia started doing things across the line down in Mexico. I mean, if they started doing biological stuff, would I feel like we have a moral responsibility? You know, I mean, if I was in government, maybe I would say, if I was a moral person in government, I would say, well, I need to protect the American people. And when they're making bile stuff in Mexico, Russia, I would say I would need to do something. So that could be. And then one of the things that I heard Putin was saying, well, yeah, they got Nazis over there, and so then, one thing about war, they're going to say anything. Everybody's going to say all kinds of weird stuff. And they always try to, make fun of the leaders, like Russia's going to make fun of our president, Biden, and then in the United States, we're going to make fun of Putin. I mean, this is what's done in war. So, and you see this stuff is happening. So that stuff's kind of happening. So, and then as I've been, I can't say I investigate like say I'm dyslexia. So reading is difficult for me. But like I say, I do look at stuff and see how things are happening. And it does look like there are a lot of Nazis in Ukraine. And another thing that makes me think, okay, why didn't Ukraine join NATO? Why didn't NATO say, hey, we want you to join us? Why didn't they? These are things, what does Mike Maul know? So, that's why I don't put a lot of thought into it, because I don't know all the facts that other people know or should know. And so the thing is, there's probably a reason why Ukraine never became part of NATO. And since we know now that we've got biolabs over there, that kind of makes a difference, and now we know, Ukrainian troops have been firing on Ukrainian troops. And, I thought that was kind of odd until you realize there's a lot of Nazis in Ukraine. Now, when you're over there handing out all these missiles, how do you know? Here, you're a Nazi. So here, you take these missiles, and you're a Ukraine soldier. Well, you can take those missiles. Do we know this? No, I don't know. But I've been in war. Things get confusing. People make bad decisions, sometimes on purpose, sometimes no. One thing, if we were dealing with something in Mexico, I'd say it's between us, U.S., and Mexico. Now, I'm not saying Biden or Putin knows what he's doing, because it's a lot of it's confusing to me. Why? Because I don't know the facts that are going on, and that's why I think it's funny when all these people thinking they know, but there's something really weird. And now Russia, they got their problems, since the USSR went down. Man, they were selling missiles, and they were selling all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of corrupt people in Russia. And I think there was a lot of weird things going on in Ukraine. I mean, it makes sense. And I think it's got to the point, now I don't know this for sure, but I am wondering if there's like different bad guys having problems with the other bad guys. And, I don't know. Some might have Putin's ear, some may not. But this may be what one of the problems are. This is why I don't want to make judgments on what's going on. I like the idea that we're not sending American troops there. I like that. I'm not sure about allowing this thing to take more publicity than what it really deserves, because it might be something that Russia needs to be taken care of. I'm surprised that KGB didn't get this taken care of. Kind of like we'd use CIA to do our dirty work, so we don't have to send troops in and stuff like that. So, there's a lot of things that I don't quite understand. But there's one thing I do guarantee. Money has something to do with all this. Now, not only the money, but whose hands is this money reaching out for? And these are things that I think we need to think about. One thing I've noticed is because our leadership is lacking. I'm using leadership as a kind of a loose term because our leadership has no morals. I'm trying to think. Now, morals is a guideline to try to, and different people got different morals. So, that's it. But I'm trying to think, where are their morals? Our leadership. And I don't see any. I see greed on everything. And from every decision they make, it has something to do with greed somewhere down the line. It might be just enough to destroy the United States. It might be enough for them to make a few quick, easy bucks. Maybe they got a lot of it, quick, easy bucks already. Now they're looking for down the road kind of thing. Because you can see the government doesn't want the American people to think. They don't want you to think. We're going to mandate you being stupid. So, do all this kind of stuff that we tell you. Don't think. Just go along with what we tell you. Why? Because we're leadership. I'm not saying we're moral leadership. We're leadership. And I think we've got a bad problem, and this is just adding to all the other problems. I don't really keep up with all the problems we have. And the reason is I don't need to, providing I stay with the Constitution and morals. That right there has guided me real good. Now, I wish they would understand they're under the same Constitution I am. And our Constitution fixes stuff by treasonous acts, by punishing those that need to be punished, and which it's not. And why? Because everybody in position is in a position that they've all done bad, and you can do your bad thing as long as you don't say anything about when I do my bad thing. This is the way their thinking is. And you can tell this because they're so bad. Now they're right in our face. This is why you see me aiming towards the individuals. Because as strong individuals, we have to be strong. If otherwise, we're going to be completely under their control. And it's just a matter of time when we're going to say, no, it's not going to work that way. They need all of us in general to be under their control. So strong individuals, we can get away with a lot of stuff because we're individuals. We're strong individuals. We're not just getting in line with all these other sheep. So this is why I push preparing, personal responsibility. These are big things. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.